Shalom, shalom means peace in the Hebrew. And it has been a long time, y'all. It has been a long time since I've been here on YouTube. I've been watching YouTube. I've been on YouTube like all along. I haven't posted on YouTube in a very long time. The last time I posted, I was sharing my youngest, his first birthday. I was sharing about that, and basically I gave an update on having 3 boys and how the biggest challenge at the time was behavior. I'll go ahead and tell y'all it hasn't changed. So it is now a little over 4 years later, and my 1-year-old is now 5. So he just turned 5, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different things that has happened. There's a lot of new things, as you can tell from the title. We have a new house. We have I have a new hairstyle. Oh yeah, I just got through retwisting my hair. When I retwist my hair, I find that I like to do the Bantu knots. And so, yeah, I got, here, I'll take it off. So I got that going. So I have my locks. Since this one's coming unraveled, I'll show this one. So yeah, so this is how I retwist my locks. Yes, I have locks. This is actually my second time having locks. I did locks before when my 5-year-old was, when he turned 1. I hadn't locked my hair yet, but I locked my hair a little after he turned 1. And then I locked my hair because my hair, keeping up with 3 boys, 3 very active boys, I started to not take as much time and care into my hair as I used to. It just became one of those things that it just wasn't a priority. Like, yes, I'm taking care of it, but not like how I used to. You know what I mean? Like, my hair care was like, that was like my thing. You know, natural hair, okay? What products am I using? What styles am I putting my hair in? What am I doing for moisturizing? Things like that. And it just got to the point where it was like, you know what? I'm gonna brush it, put it in a bun, and we're gonna go ahead and get going with this day. Because whether or not I spend time in my hair or whatnot, the day is going to get started, and I need to be able to jump in. And with these boys, I have to be able to jump in with a head start. Because if I jump in and they've already started, then I'm basically playing catch up all day, because I'm having to go in already trying to match the energy, because I promise y'all the energy is always on 1,000, and my energy is not always at 1,000. It's not. It's never at 1,000. It's never at 1,000. And so I have to jump in and boom, be ready from the get-go. And that way everything stays maintained throughout the day. So that if that means I don't have time to just sit and like really like play in my hair and try something new, try something different, then I'm not. And so my hair got to the point where it started to lock on its own. And so that basically was a sign to me that, okay, yeah, I think I need to go ahead and lock it. Because I was interested in locking my hair, but I didn't know if I was ready or not. But once my hair got to the point where it was like, yeah, you ready? I'm ready for you to go ahead and lock, because we just gonna lock on our own, with or without you. And so I went on ahead and locked my hair. And I had it locked for 3 years. I think it was 3 years I had it locked. And then I combed it out. Because I was missing my curls. I was missing my curly hair. And so I combed it out. And so now I went back. My husband locked his hair too, because we were both locked at the same time, and now we're locked again. So when he said he was gonna lock again, I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna join you. Let's do this. And then plus we know more too now about the upkeep and everything, and so I can go into it like really knowing what I'm doing this time around. So other things that's new, as you could tell from the title, there was a new baby too. And that new baby is now 2. I was about to say 3. He is now 2. So I went from 3 boys to now 4. I have 4 boys. And I know I said that in the intro video, like my I'm back video. But yeah, y'all, it's 4 of them. I think I say that so much because I'm still at a disbelief. So new house, new baby, new hair, oh yeah, and new diet. So a new diet. My husband and I are plant-based now. And I'll go into that in a little bit. So we are plant-based now. And so yeah, so we've been plant-based now for a little over a year. So it hasn't even been that long, but it's been a little over a year, and it is awesome. I'm not gonna say I'm never going back, because I don't know. I don't want to go back. I am okay. Like, I am excited and loving being plant-based so much. So a lot of new things. Oh yeah, new homeschool year. So what, 4 years ago, I was homeschooling, but I had like little people, like preschoolers and all of that. I now homeschool a 3rd grader. I now homeschool a 1st grader, and I now homeschool a preschooler, and a toddler. So yeah, homeschool is going, I have to say, very well. It's pretty exciting. Like, you would think that after you do it a little while, you'd be like, I'm tired of this. I have days where, yes, I ask myself, like, what were you thinking? You didn't think this all the way through, girl. You did not. But I'm in it. I'm in here. I'm here. We're gonna do this. So yeah, so some days is harder than others, because, man, one thing that I love when parents decide, like, their kids have been in, like, they leave to go to school, and then they decide they want to homeschool. And one of the things that they realize is that now their kids are home all the time. Like, they're there all day now, and they're like, whoa, wait, I ain't think about this. That is so hilarious to me, because I'm like, that's the first thing I think of. I'm like, y'all know they're gonna be home all day now. They are home all day. So that's one of the things that I be thinking about. I'm like, man, if they went to school, like, they would be gone right now. But anyway, it is going well. I am enjoying it. We are enjoying it. We love it. The boys, they have, especially when they're having a great day at school with their work, they're like, especially my 7-year-old, my 1st grader, Amari, he's like, I love this school. And I'm like, oh, that is so great to hear. But they love it. They're doing well, and they are thriving. They are thriving, and I love it. And that was the whole goal with me homeschooling. I wanted them to just go. I didn't want them to be limited. I didn't want them to be, restrained. Like, you just only can do what's in this circle, in this bubble. Like, no, go, learn, grow your mind. Let's do this. And they're doing it, and they're having fun with it, because My favorite word, if y'all don't know, my favorite word is fun. I like fun in everything. I like fun in what I eat. I like fun in the car I drive. I like fun in the movies that I watch, the shows that I watch, what I watch on YouTube. I like fun. I like fun in how I teach. So as an educator, I like fun. Also, those of you that are new to my channel, I am an educator. I am a certified elementary teacher. I have a bachelor's degree in elementary education and a master's degree in instructional technology and design. So I teach elementary, middle school, and I teach online. Anybody online. So I have my own classes. Y'all can check me out on OutSchool. I have my own classes. I do assessments, math assessments, reading assessments. So if you want to check me out for those, let's do this. I teach reading, math, all of that. Tutoring, all of that. I love to teach and I love to have fun because I feel like learning should be fun. Learning is fun. Like, from one moment, you didn't know a certain thing. And then you go from that moment not knowing something to now you know it. You know it well enough to teach it to somebody else. That is pretty cool. To me, that is fun. Okay? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this life update. What's been going on these past 4 years. I have my notes here, so you'll see me look down like I'm looking at a little cheat sheet. But I want to make sure I kind of cover the major bases, but I don't want to drag this video out too long either. So I left off when Amir, my 1-year-old at the time, had just turned 1 and he is now 5. So with him growing up, we did a lot of fun things. I used to post videos where, you know, what we did over the summer, things like that. So we did a lot of other things, you know, over the summers. And just really, you know, just really enjoyed life. We eventually had got a fence built in our backyard, and that way the boys could just go out and just play, and I didn't have to worry about them running out in the street, or I have to go out there and make sure that they stay in the yard. They could just go out in the backyard and just play, and I can keep an eye on them from inside the house while I clean up and do things like that. Because let me tell y'all, with these boys, they have to exit the house so I can really clean like I need to. Because with these boys, it's really hard to keep, I don't want to say it's hard to keep a clean house, because for the most part, when you look at the inside of my house, it doesn't look like 4 little boys live here. But it's a lot of work to keep it that way. And so a lot of times I need them to exit to get that done. So go outside, go play, enjoy yourself, run from that fence to the other fence. Go ahead, let's see how fast you can go. Who can run the fastest? You know, run that energy off, because I have a lot of energy. Right now, my husband have the boys, and they're at their grandma's house, so they're hanging out there. I've been in here cleaning all morning, and so now I'm here recording, because this is how it is. I've been talking for like the past few weeks about I just need them to exit for a little while so I can go through and clean my house. I just need to go through and clean. Do y'all have those moments where you're just like, I need to clean? I never would have thought that I would have those moments, but I have those moments. And it's kind of like those nesting moments, like when you're about to give birth, and you start nesting, meaning you start cleaning everything, getting everything ready because you know a new baby is coming soon. I feel like I am nesting. Like, I'm not preparing for another baby. I am not. And so, so don't look for a pregnancy announcement, all right? I'm good. I am Tov. Tov is a Hebrew word for good. I'm all right. I am satisfied. I am happy with my 4 boys, my babies. But it's like I'm going through a nesting phase. Like, I just need to clean my house. it's not even filthy or anything, but it's just, I need to go through and just clean, get it organized, sweep. I need to mop, all of this stuff. And yeah, so that's what's going on right now. So I'll share a few pictures, which I've probably been sharing some pictures along the way anyway, of Amir and his growing up when he turned 2, and then he turned 3, and then he turned 4, and then he turned 5. I can't believe now that he is 5. My baby is 5, and he has always been like, I called him my baby because at one point I thought that he was going to be the baby. And so one of the other last videos was, he was a few months old. I think he was like 6 months old, and we were getting ready for Passover. And I was showing the video, I was showing where he had pooped all over his clothes, and I had to clean him up because he had a blowout. And I was making him laugh. If y'all go back, I think it's like 3 videos back, 3, 4 video. I don't know how many videos I've posted so far recently, but go back to 4 years ago, and you'll see 5 years ago, really. And you'll see where he had a blowout, and I was changing him, and he started crying because he was getting sleepy, and I made him laugh because he was such a happy baby. He would be in the middle of crying, and you could just like look at him and just do anything, and he'll just start laughing in the middle of his cry, and then he'll get all upset like, oh, you made me laugh, I'm supposed to be in the middle of crying, y'all stop. And it just be so cool. He is 5 years old now, and he still does that. He doesn't cry, of course, as much. He is not like a big crier about things. But when he do cry about something, like he hurt himself or something, and he cries all the time, I can do something like just touch his little nose, and he'll just light up. He is such a happy baby, such a happy kid, because he's not a baby anymore. But I used to always tell him that, you my baby. Are you my baby? And he'll be like, yes. He says that he is my baby. He still tells me that he is my baby. So he is my baby. And so we got to the point where I was like, you know what? I think we should try for number 4 for a girl. So we tried for a girl, and we got another boy. So I'll share that whole story with him in my pregnancy birth story with baby number 4, who is now 2. So that'll be the next video after this one. So stay tuned for that. And so, yeah, so we tried for a girl, and we ended up with another boy. And yeah, so we have 4 boys. So the new baby, he came in 2022. And so yeah, I'll share that story in the next video. And do a proper presentation of him, like present him to you all, like how I did all the rest of them. And so, yeah, so when he was about 3 months, and that was baby number 4. So this is Azariel. We named him Azariel Yehuda. And which Azariel means El has helped, or Yah has helped, or Yah's help. And Yehuda means praise. And in the Bible, the 12 tribes, Judah was the 4th son, and Azariel is our 4th son. And so we praise the Most High for him. So when he was about 3 months, he had to have a surgery. The surgery was because he had a hernia. The hernia was in his scrotum, and it was that thing scared the mess out of me. I was changing his diaper, and his scrotum was like super swollen. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Called my husband, sent him a picture like, hey, what is going on? What's happening? Sent him to we took him to the doctor. Doctor checked and was like, yeah, it's a hernia, because some boys, especially when they're born a little early, because he wasn't born like premature, but he was born right at full term, because I was dealing with preeclampsia again. Because with baby number 2, if y'all go back and watch, I was dealing with preeclampsia, and I went in for a regular doctor's appointment, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna have to induce you like right now. So so baby number 4, I was dealing with preeclampsia again, and so my doctor was like, yeah, as soon as you hit full term, we're gonna have to go ahead and induce. So we're gonna go ahead and get that scheduled. And so yeah. And so yeah, so they were saying that when they're born like a little early, things don't close up as quickly down there, so it's easy for like the intestines or whatever to like drop down in that area or whatever. And that's what was happening, because it wouldn't stay like that. Like after he pooped or something, yeah, his intestines would drop down, and then it'll look swollen, but eventually it'll work its way back up or whatnot. So we had to take him in for the surgery, and basically they bamboozled us. That's how I see it, because we get there and then it's supposed to be an in and out procedure. Go in, have the surgery, he stay in recovery for a little while, and then we go back home. But no, we get there, registered, all this stuff. He's in the gown, got the band, all this stuff. We're waiting to, you know, get him pulled on into surgery. And then they're like, oh, you're going to have to stay overnight because of his age. He's, and it was like off by like a few days. Like had it been like a few more days, like it was too soon to him being born. And so that's why they said that he had to stay overnight. But had it been a few days later, then it would have been an in and out. So I'm like, y'all couldn't have said this earlier. Like we met with the doctor beforehand, and it was through the doctor that we even scheduled the surgery. And now the doctor is telling us that we would have to stay. Like you couldn't tell us that before. And y'all, I hate staying in hospitals because, for one, this is my opinion, okay? So if anybody want to come for me for this, you can come for me, but you're just going to come for me in that chat, and that's it. But anyway, so basically how I see them doing things with hospitals is like it's like a hotel stay. It's like they're charging you like for a hotel room. So it's like, we're going to make sure that we get as much out of you as you can. And so because of that, y'all, all the money that had to be paid, like, I'll just say this, we're still paying for that hospital bill. It's almost paid off though, because y'all know me also. I don't like to be in debt. I don't like owing people anything. Y'all know I like to have all of my stuff paid in full. Because I've talked about like money management and all of that stuff, and how, you know, student loans paid, cars paid, all of this stuff I like to have paid off. And so this is just now another thing, but I promise you it's getting paid off. It's just irritating to me. That's all. It's just so irritating. But he got his surgery, and he did very well. He was so little, and but he did well. When he was coming out of surgery, he was still like disoriented from the anesthesia and everything. And it was like he forgot how to nurse. And he just cried and cried. But I just kept working with him, and he got it. And so yeah, so we got through that. And then everything was like peachy keen after that. Like everything was fine. Like everything was normal. We just went through, like, you know, taking care of our children, going through life and everything. We had some people that were living with us. Because y'all know my husband and I, we have a ministry, which y'all saw in the videos from 5 years ago, when we did Passover. And so we had some people in the ministry come and stay with us so we could, you know, help them out, help them, you know, get on their feet and everything. And that was a whole ordeal. I'm not even gonna say I'll talk about it later. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't need to talk about it. So, but we had some people, we let them come and stay with us. And because of that, Azariel, he slept in the room with us. He was in his crib, of course, but he was in the room with us because y'all know me. I say y'all know me, but what I'm saying is from what y'all seen in my previous videos, once my boys reach like 4 months and they're able to like hold their heads up and like look up and all that stuff, yeah, it's time for y'all to go to your own room. And so by the time the boys were 4 months, we would move them across the hall to the nursery to their own room, because at that point they would have outgrown the bassinet. So it was time to move to the crib. And so yeah, so we had some living arrangements where he wasn't exactly in the crib. We had him in the pack and play as his crib, and it was in our room. So he was in the room with us until he was past a year. But by the time he turned a year, they had started building in our neighborhood some more, and they were starting to build behind us. And that was my cue that it was time to go. When we moved out there, it was wonderful because no one was behind us, no one was beside us. Because really at the time, no one was across from us. We were like the only house on that street. And then they built the house right in front of us, and they built the house like to the right of us, but they were like across the street because we had a corner lot, as y'all remember. And then they start building the house beside us, and they built on down the street. Then eventually they came on around and they started clearing off the woods behind us. And that was when I was like, oh, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Because I didn't want anyone behind me. I didn't want to go out in my backyard and then I got people that's in their house, like in 2-story houses, and they can see down into my backyard. Like, that doesn't feel private to me. I like privacy. That didn't feel private to me at all. And so, yeah, so we went through this whole thing with putting our house up on the market, finally. Like, it took a long time for us to get it on the market because we had a lot of decluttering to do, a lot of organizing to do to get it market ready. And then with, other people in the house, that kind of made it a little more difficult too, because we had an urgency about trying to get this house on the market because y'all, I promise y'all was trying to get out of there. But of course they didn't have that same urgency because they wasn't the ones trying to sell the house, trying to get out of that area. But yeah, and I was looking for a 1-story house. I wanted a 1-story house because that was the other thing too. I was ready to get out of the house. I love the house. It was a beautiful house. Y'all remember the house? The house was beautiful. Beautiful house, but it was 2-story. The boys were upstairs, and it was they wasn't really reachable, because then to get to them, you got to climb a mountain to get to them, and there's no telling what they're up there doing. And so I'm like, no, we need a house that's 1 level. We need a house with 5 bedrooms, so that way each and every boy got their own room, so that when they're showing out or they at each other, hey, you go to your room, you go to your room, you go to your room, you go to your room. Everybody shut the door. Y'all go play quietly in your own rooms, and it's shalom, peace. I like quiet, y'all. I do. But we had to move. We had to sell the house. So we had to get on the market. And so, y'all, those of you that have sold a house before, bought a house, y'all know how hard and difficult and complicated unnecessarily it is. Like, it is unnecessarily complicated. It is unnecessarily difficult to sell a house, to buy a house. Like, why? Why is it this? Why? Come on, y'all. How many obstacles are y'all gonna sit here and throw out that y'all didn't know was coming? Come on. Anyway, so we got the house up on the market. Exciting. And it took a while for it to sell. It took a long while for it to sell. Y'all, it took almost a year for that house to sell. We had got an offer one time, And then it fell through because the buyers were like demanding like ridiculous stuff, and we were like, nah. So they was like, all right, well, I withdraw my offer. And we were like, all right, take it. And so eventually we got some buyers. They were really cool. So cool that my husband was like, we wouldn't mind being friends with them. Like they were really cool. And so we sold the house, and y'all, that was such a breath of fresh air. Such a breath of fresh air. So we sold the house. And so we moved to a rental because we were going to buy some land and get a house built, because we had already picked out the floor plans and the company that we wanted to get the house built with. So then it was a matter of trying to find land. Y'all, that was so stressful trying to find land. And then it got to the point where we found this house. This house is in the neighborhood that I grew up in. And I saw it pop up on Zillow, and I was like, what house is on that road that costs this much? And I looked and I was like, wow. And I was like, and it's got the bedrooms that we need, 5. And it's 1 story. And it's got the acres. What? But the price was like, that price was like too high. But I still saved it. I said, I'm going to keep my eye on this. And I did. I kept my eye on it, and the price kept dropping. It kept dropping. And it got to the point where it was like, all right, we can do some negotiating here. And that's what we did. Finding land, everything, we would try to put offers in on land, and stuff would happen. It would fall through, and we're just like, ugh. We're like, no, take our offer back. No, we're not doing this. Stuff would come up, and they didn't say that from the get-go. We're like, no, y'all ain't about to trap us in no mess. No, take our offer back. Nope. And so we were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put an offer on this house. So we put an offer on this house. Everything went so fast, so smooth. And because we were trying to get up out of their rental too, because the rental, it was a nice rental, it was a nice house, but the upkeep of it, like the owners, they didn't really take care of the house. So whoever they let rent it, they just let them just do whatever. And house just we had to get out of there. And so we got this house, moved in here, and we've been here, and it is nice. It is nice. Y'all see I got this is going to be my little recording spot right here. I like this spot. And so here we are. I still work from home. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, so I still teach, I still tutor online. Majority of it is through OutSchool. So if you want to check out my classes on OutSchool, I'll share a link in the description box. So if you have students that, you know, could use some tutoring, I'm here to tutor. I tutor anywhere. I've tutored, you know, students across the country. I'm in South Carolina. So I've tutored students in California. I've tutored students in Texas. I've tutored students in Australia. I've tutored students in, I think, have I done England? I think so. Somewhere over there. I can't remember where, but somewhere over there. Yeah. So yeah, anywhere on the globe, I am reachable. Now, I slowed down with the teaching because I was still adjusting to, you know, my 4 children, trying to get them on a schedule, routine, bringing in the, you know, the 4th child into the routine, getting things worked out, moving and all of that. Whew. So now that we are definitely settled, I really can start picking back up with all of that. Now, how everything is going now with the children as far as behavior. Y'all, these kids, they be knowing how to throw monkey wrenches out there in the game and do trick plays and stuff just when you think that you got everything covered. And if anybody tried to do anything wrong, oh, you got it. If anybody think of doing something, they already know what's coming. They do something that's completely unheard of. I don't know what's going on with children. But the behavior, oh man, I'll be glad when they, you know, grow out of this whole phase and stuff, and they get to the point, the age where they're just mature. And I don't have to do all of the, you know, the discipline stuff like that anymore. They can really, truly handle themselves. But they're getting there. They're learning. They can handle a lot of things themselves. They have their chores. They know what their jobs are. That's their chores. And so, yeah, it's just working on getting them to be responsible enough to actually do what they know they're supposed to be doing. Being honest. Taking care of their things and taking care of themselves, like hygiene and all of that. Man, hygiene and boys, I ain't even gonna talk about it. And childcare is a stress too, because we're at the point now where it's like, ooh, it's like really hard for some reason, I guess, because we have more children. So it's harder to get childcare, harder to get someone to watch all 4 boys. And so my husband and I, we haven't been like away on vacation since last year. And last year in April. Because we didn't go this past October for our anniversary like we normally do. We just went out to eat. That was all. That was all we could do. And so, yeah, it's very stressful. And it's been really stressful on me because, y'all, I homeschool. That means I am with them 24/7. Anyway, so it has been very stressful. Especially to the point, like, I'll put it like this, to the point that just when I think I'm going to get a break and they're going to stay, like, with someone, and then something happens. Like, I think the last time they were going to go and stay with their grandma. But then they all got colds. So they all was coughing and sneezing and sniffling and stuff. And so they couldn't. Because that would not be cool. Take them over to someone's house and they just sick and stuff. Y'all know, snotty-nosed children. Ugh. And I cried. I cried because I'm like, it was so close. When we first moved here, our goal, our plan was they were going to go and they were going to go stay somewhere, and we were going to have a staycation here so we could just enjoy our new house. Just me and my husband. We were just going to hang out here. We wasn't going to leave and like go on vacation. We was going to have a staycation here because our house now, this really is like a place to have a staycation. Like, this is the type of house that you like would set up for like a Airbnb. Like, you go on vacation to stay in a house like this. My opinion. Like, it is nice. And I would love to just have the time to just have a week to just enjoy my new house without, put your clothes on. Where's your sock? Whose sock is this? Why are these toys in here? Go clean your room up. Why are you yelling? What's wrong with you? Why are you crying? Did you hit your brother? What'd you hit your brother for? Why? No, I don't have a snack right now. You just ate. Why are you hungry again? I would love to just, I promise y'all, I'm going to try to do a little bit of that when I finish recording this video. But I do have some more editing to do. Y'all, I have a ton of videos coming your way. So that means I got a ton of videos to edit. So I got a lot of work to do. But I do want to be able to just soak in this peace and quiet that's going on in this house right now. Can y'all hear it? And quiet. So that is what has been going on these past 4 and 5 years. It's just been life. It's been life. Boys are growing up and it's life. We have a new house, new kid, new hair, new diet. Yeah, I'll make sure I share a video about why we went plant-based. I think that'll be interesting. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. So now we can pick back up on the journey from here. You all can, because I've been on the journey. So we can pick back up here and we can continue this journey. You all can continue this journey with me. because I might need y'all to continue on this journey with me. So with all of that being said, I am going to say shalom, shalom to everyone. And I will see you all in the next video. And if you've made it this far in the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, so that way you will get the next videos that's coming up. Because like I said, I got a lot of videos coming y'all's way. So make sure you hit that notification button, the like button, and hit that notification bell, so that way you will be notified of each and every video that I post. I have some shorts coming too. Y'all will see them. And then as you see them, you'll understand what my shorts will be, my YouTube shorts. Haha. All right, so I will see you all in the next video when I talk about baby number 4's birth story, pregnancy and birth story of baby number 4. So I will see you all there, and until then, shalom, shalom, and don't forget to enjoy the journey.